Welcome to our exploration of protists, one of the most fascinating and diverse groups of microorganisms. Protists are eukaryotic organisms, meaning their cells contain a nucleus and other specialized structures. They represent a unique kingdom that includes both unicellular and simple multicellular organisms. Today, we'll discover what makes protists so remarkable and why they're essential to life on Earth. So, what exactly are protists? They're eukaryotic organisms that don't fit neatly into the plant, animal, or fungal kingdoms. Unlike bacteria, protist cells contain membrane-bound organelles including a nucleus, mitochondria, and sometimes chloroplasts. Most protists are unicellular, consisting of just a single cell, but some form simple multicellular or colonial structures where multiple cells work together. What truly stands out is their extreme diversity. Protists display varied morphology, different methods of reproduction, and play numerous ecological roles in their environments. Protists can be organized into three major groups based on their characteristics. First, we have algae, which are photosynthetic protists that produce oxygen much like plants do. Second are the protozoa, animal-like protists that are heterotrophic, meaning they obtain food by consuming other organisms. Third are slime molds, fungus-like protists with unique and fascinating life cycles. Each group has distinct features, but all share the fundamental characteristic of being eukaryotic microorganisms. Let's dive deeper into algae. These photosynthetic protists contain chloroplasts, the same organelles that allow plants to convert sunlight into energy. Algae perform photosynthesis just like plants, making them primary producers in aquatic ecosystems while generating oxygen as a byproduct. There are several types of algae. Green algae, or chlorophyta, are common in freshwater. Red algae, called rhodophyta, thrive in marine environments. Brown algae, known as phaeophyta, include large seaweeds. We also have diatoms, sometimes called golden algae, with beautiful glass-like shells. Finally, dinoflagellates are unique algae that can even produce light through bioluminescence. Now let's examine protozoa, the animal-like protists. These heterotrophic organisms consume other microorganisms or organic matter to survive. They're motile, meaning they can move around, and they use various specialized structures for locomotion. Protozoa are found in aquatic environments and moist habitats. They're classified into four main groups. Amoeboids move using pseudopodia, which are temporary extensions of their cell membrane, often called false feet. Flagellates use one or more whip-like structures called flagella to propel themselves. Ciliates move using numerous tiny hair-like projections called cilia that beat in coordinated waves. Finally, sporozoans are non-motile parasites that live inside host organisms. Slime molds are particularly intriguing because they exhibit both animal-like and fungus-like properties during different stages of their life cycle. They live in moist environments such as decaying logs and forest floors, where they feed on bacteria and decomposing organic matter. There are two main types. Plasmodial slime molds form a large, multinucleate mass called a plasmodium, which is essentially one giant cell with many nuclei moving together. Cellular slime molds, on the other hand, exist as individual cells that aggregate or come together when food becomes scarce, forming a multicellular structure for survival. Despite their diversity, all protists share several common cellular traits. They're eukaryotic with a nucleus and various organelles inside their cells. Most are unicellular, though some exist as multicellular or colonial organisms. Protists can reproduce both asexually, through simple cell division, and sexually by combining genetic material from two parents. They primarily live in water, moist soil, or inside host organisms where moisture is available. These shared characteristics unite this diverse group, while still allowing for tremendous variation in form and function. Protists have evolved three distinct methods of obtaining nutrition. Autotrophic protists make their own food through photosynthesis, just like plants. Algae are the primary examples of autotrophs. Heterotrophic protists consume other organisms or organic matter for energy. Protozoa fall into this category as they must eat to survive. Interestingly, some protists are mixotrophic, meaning they can use both methods depending on environmental conditions. A perfect example is Euglena, which can photosynthesize when light is available, but can also consume organic matter when kept in darkness. This flexibility allows them to thrive in changing environments. Protists play absolutely crucial roles in our planet's ecosystems. From an environmental perspective, they produce over 50% of Earth's oxygen through photosynthesis, making them essential for all aerobic life. They form the base of aquatic food chains, supporting everything from tiny zooplankton to massive whales. Additionally, they help decompose organic matter and recycle nutrients back into ecosystems. Regarding human impact, some protists cause serious diseases like malaria and sleeping sickness, affecting millions of people. However, others are used beneficially in scientific research and biotechnology. Protists also serve as important indicators of water quality, helping us monitor environmental health. Let's summarize what we've learned about protists. They're diverse eukaryotic microorganisms that don't fit into the plant, animal, or fungal kingdoms. We explored three major groups: algae, which are photosynthetic, protozoa, which are animal-like, and slime molds, which are fungus-like. Protists display varied nutrition methods including autotrophic, heterotrophic, and mixotrophic strategies. They're crucial for oxygen production and form the foundation of aquatic food chains. Understanding protists reveals the remarkable complexity and importance of microscopic life on our planet.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.